Please don't make lamb sandwiches right now, Jodie. Bloody hell, Jodie, you can take the girl out of Hackney. So the only way I would
find out how to embed things like YouTube videos. If you're the person building a site, you probably want to think about how security will work when it comes to the iframe element. If a bunch of different people are going to be entering content into a system, you're not going to want to just allow all iframes. Think about the security. If it's just you posting your own videos on your own website, then it will be fun.
Fair enough. I definitely think I'd fail such a sandwich.
How do you create a video? How do you create a video element that specifies different resolutions of different video that browsers can choose for when loading?
Jodie meets Io and Patrick at last, and it could be a game changer. You can talk, which means you can sell.
I have had a lot of people say I could sell us to this guy.
No. It's needed. What should you do to create an audio player with controls? Create a small flash. Which code snippet produces the output image below?
There's an easier way to tan this summer with Dove's lightweight, deeply moisturising and fast-absorbing self-tan mousse. Try Dove, UK's #1 gradual self-tan brand.
Hey, what's the matter with your hair? What is the drawback of using HTML video player shown in the image below? It cannot be used for different screens. It will use only one code. It does not permit the bitrate streaming. I'll go for that. You can add chapter versions to the video by.
Holiday you deserve with Jet2 Holidays. We're giving you a huge £100 off per person.
I think it's that VTT thing. Right.
Baggage included, plus 10
Which tag must you use with a video element to tell a player where to look for captions?
This summer, Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you
Track, I think it was. Right. Who do embed? What do you embed YouTube? What do embedded YouTube videos, marks, and code pen demos have in common?
We're all different. One type doesn't suit everyone. They've been making mattresses of all sizes, right here in the UK for over 30 years. Your brand new bed could be just a click away. Oh, and did I mention they're delivered for free? Now you can stop dreaming about that perfect night's sleep. Dreams.
Should have read that though. Fucking.
The web, by its very nature, is global. We humans speak hundreds of different languages. There are several tools in HTML we want to use to make sure it's clear which language our content is in. If we set up things properly, search engines will know when to list their sites in which language. The right dictionaries will show up for the spell checkers. When content is read aloud by a browser, it's more likely that the words will get pronounced properly. We want computers who are involved to know which language the content is in. The lang attribute is what we use to do this. If our whole page is in the same language, then it's pretty simple. We can set the language on the outermost element that wraps all the other elements, which, as we'll talk about more in Chapter 8, is the HTML element. You may only need to set this once, perhaps in a template file that propagates to the whole site. Just don't forget. In this example, we have EN-US, which stands for US English. We could instead say EN.GB, which will mark it as English from Great Britain. This especially matters for things like spell checkers. Does the word color have a U in it? Well, in the UK it does. Which dictionary do you want? Which pronunciation of things do you want? You could just say lang equals EN for English, but it's better to be more specific. There are many options for the value of the lang attribute, not just to convey the language or the region-specific version of a language, but to also convey other qualities, like which kind of alphabet is being used to write the language. If your web page has more